Hey everyone, I'm real excited about this. This is one of my favorite characters. I really do think it is my favorite character from Adventure Time. Just he's so dark, mysterious, evil, yet funny. Like, I just really like his character. And so we're gonna start with this. And real quick, a really big apology and sorry. I spent about days, like literally days, researching. I talked to my partner manager that I'm with through Fullscreen, and you know, they all advise not to put any music, and this is such a shame, any music whatsoever, whether it's the lyrics are changed a little or a different melody, to completely avoid that because of copyright risk. And just really, people are having major issues, especially channels that are growing. So it's a real shame. I'm very sorry. I wanted to include the singer in the song, so please forgive me. I really am sorry about that. But on the plus side, I will have your link somewhere up in this area and also in the description. So please, everyone, check her out. She was the one that basically won the singing thing in order to be up here. So please check it out. Like her video, comment, just give her support, because you know, I really want to help other people, and just I want to get you all involved more with the interact. And that was the basic idea, was to get all of you more involved with being a part of the videos. And so as a response to that, I might do some mail time videos where hopefully I'll get a P.O. box. Give me some feedback and comments, please, if you'd want me to get a P.O. box so you can mail me your drawings. I open it live, and just, you know, I want to get more interaction with you. And so once again, I'm sorry, but please check her out. Really amazing voice, really sweet singer, and thank you, everyone. And so let's get started with this. Oh yeah, big thing, yes! Before too, check out the Google Plus community, brand new. Best way to get your drawings submitted, best way to get requests out to me. G Plus community will be down in the description. You can post all the drawings you want, drawings you've done, and really it's going good. About 140 members, I think, right now, so keep it up, guys, and thank you. Let's do this. So basically, I want to get a dynamic pose. I want to get a dynamic image going on. And to avoid being stiff, I don't want to do it from the front. So I'm going to turn his head. And I'm using a guide, you know. But his head shape is really like oval shape. You know, very simple. It's not too fat. It gets wider towards the end, but very simple. So start with this real basic shape. Then where his tie and then connects. Then all I'm going to do is see how it's got this shape here. You can exaggerate. I mean, that's like I always say, the fun of drawing. But for the body, he is kind of heavy set in a way. But you can make a line just coming through the back, like his back arms. This is probably the easiest way to do it here. And then his whole body. His head size, you know how you always measure proportions. His head is about 2 of his body height. So 1, 2. So you might make a mark around there. So I'm just making little marks visually, and I'm just closing in his body. And he's got, like I said, a little, not really a tummy, but he is kind of wide. He's not like extremely fit. I really love his character. It's just, his character to me is just so awesome, so cool, and just evil, yet he's just so menacing. I love it. You know, as usual, his arm, you can make this arm coming up a little closer to his face. Definitely keep it loose. You want the whole drawing to be loose. You know, nothing stiff. And then this arm, I'm going to make him like a whole. And notice how for this, I'm using basic outlines. I'm not really doing shapes. You know, I'm not drawing a circle there or a circle there. I mean, you can, and it probably is better to get the, you know, correct anatomy and things. But for something like this, where I'm just doing a fun sketch, you know, I like to draw it looser, and it's all up to you. But once again, you know, you always want to get the feel. See, I'm just doing the hand. See, real simple hand, very basic. I don't want to make them too wide, so I'll make that a little thinner here. And for the eye, you can make a center line right down there. The eye is going to be a little bit above. A real big eye. His eye takes up a large space. See how big that one eye is? Maybe even bigger, actually. play around with the eye side, and then this other eye on this side. See how it's coming off the side? What I love is the cheeks, the indentation of the cheeks. You got one here. His ear starts right there on the eye. Like these goblin ears. And comes in. And you'll see part of the ear on this side too as well. His ears, notice how they point. Very important you get those ridges in. And the hair comes down. That's why you do the center line. Because see where the hair falls? Falls right on that center line. Comes down, then comes down. And see how the top of the head just kind of has that dome shape. You can make him a little slimmer if you want. I want to make him a little wider. Just to get that look. And then, you know, his face. He's always got that menacing, evil look. And I'm making a little curve here just to show where, you know, he's maniacally convincing someone. Then 2 teeth. And we're going to all go back and darken these. But the eyes, like little snake eyes. See how they're just over on the side? See those little slither of eyes? That's very important you get that where he's looking. On the edge of his hand, he's got those little collars, those cufflinks. And his hand, I'm going to make this hand just very, very subtle, like he's pointing to himself. And notice how all I'm doing is keeping each little finger kind of tilted towards the end. Once again, I'm going to go back, but see that? How he's looking. And more importantly, is definitely want to get the suit in. Around the neck, he's got the collar. It just comes down and comes in. Once again, when you're doing a sketch, especially your starting sketch, never worry about finish lines. I mean, you want to have guidelines. Let's see, right here. And then the tie comes down. But before you put the tie, you want to put the suit overlapping it. See how the suit just kind of comes in and goes straight down there. And see how these nice flowing lines, it's all kind of forming now. I'm going to erase this. Basically, when you got all that sketched out here, don't forget on the tie, he's got that little rectangle. It's like a little billfold for the tie. And a little dot here. So don't forget that little rectangle piece. See how good it is though once you get the knack of it? And right here, the little circle. This will kind of cover the bottom. His legs are like all Adventure Time characters' legs. Where they very skinny. Like that. See what's going on. So to finish up, I'm going to take a 0.5 mechanical. I'll show you here. So before we put the dark lines in, I'm going to erase. I've got this amazing eraser. It's called the Tombow Mono Zero. Get this immediately. I'm going to do a special review just on my erasers and pencils coming up, but I'll go more in depth then. But see all these little lines before? The reason is because if I put finish lines and start erasing, it'll smudge the pencil marks. And so I want to erase now. That way I can just go over. This is the way I've been drawing lately. This is probably this is giving me the best results. And you know, the truth always is, if whatever gives you the best results and it works for you, don't change it. As long as your results are good, as long as as long as you're having fun and you're getting the results that are looking good. I mean, don't take that wrong. I mean, of course, change it if you want to challenge. Always change it. That's how you develop more and more different skills. But I'm just saying, in general, that's why I've been sticking with it, because it's been kind of going good. Oh, it's something I meant to mention here. The video we just did, the Clementine video. It's crazy because when you come from something that complicated, something simple, it really becomes so much easier. And that's something I want to stress is, One of the fans a long time ago asked me, do you recommend drawing things outside of your comfort zone? And at the time I kind of said, yeah, I do, because it helps a lot. You learn so much by doing that. But also I failed to mention this, and this is something I just thought of while I was doing the Clementine drawing video, and that is, I do not recommend drawing things that are completely out of what you like to draw. And what I mean by that is, do things that are out of your comfort zone, but stick with what you love to draw. And basically what that means is, I love drawing anatomy, I love drawing superheroes, I love drawing just human figure forms in general. And so it would be crazy for me to go out of my comfort zone and draw, it'd be crazy for me to go out of my comfort zone and draw like a car, or to draw a building, you know. That's just not my thing. That's just not something I can find the same. I don't have the much passion as I do with when it comes to drawing humans and cartoons and whatnot. So the point is, if I really want to challenge myself, rather than doing something that would seem challenging on the outside, I would actually try to draw a realistic human face. Like, I look at something and then attempt that, and that kind of challenges me. That's kind of my spill on that, which should be helpful. See these eyes? See how big they are? And all I'm doing now, simple line work. These mechanical pencils are amazing. And notice this line is one smooth curve up. The mouth. All I'm doing is going back over these lines so that way it's nice and neat. And don't forget the eyes at the end. I'm going to erase in there. See how these little sliver? I love his eyes. They look so evil. I'm just going to erase any little marks. So the hair once again comes down and comes up. But look, this is what professional artists do. They'll do a sketch first. And like if they go to ink something, like a digital ink or whatever they want, then they'll go over that sketch they made. And basically I'm doing the same thing, except I'm doing it with a pencil. And see how this little U shape for the ear, it just comes up. But see the nice lines I'm getting by doing it this way? These slow lines. And yeah, it takes a lot more time. It takes a lot more time than just doing an initial sketch, you know, and saying that's it. But it also makes the drawing look so much more professional and just really awesome. It looks a lot better than it would say, you know, if you just did a sketch real fast and then say that's it. I mean, you could do it that way too and do pretty amazing stuff, but you know what, with every drawing I do, I try to keep it looking the best I can. Just that way so it helps, and also the aesthetic quality of you can see how it looks finished. You know, it's kind of like entertainment. Let's see the little teeth. These two are the sharpest. Those two there, and then see the little tongue just pops out. So basically, let's finish it up. That's where most of the work was, at the face. You know, the shoulder comes down. Make sure you have no creases. This is important. You know, realistically, you'd have a crease there, but for the style of Adventure Time, no creases. Just a nice, smooth, looping line. That's something you always want to work on. That kind of, when I usually draw, you know, like I said, I go very slow, mainly because I want you all to follow along, I want you to learn. You know, it's the truth. It's like, if I want, I could do this extremely fast. I want you all to see how I'm doing. I want you to really feel the process and see how notice how each finger kind of curves. I'm making them pointed, just kind of show his character. And then, you know, like his hand, he's doing that thing. Something funny he would probably be saying, tricking someone. And see how this arches in just barely and then arches out. Really the suit, it's like these nice lines. See how smooth these lines are? Then for the back here, the back can be one kind of uprising line. You can make it heavier and then really just finish it up. Make sure you keep the arms the same width. In other words, you don't want to make this arm extremely wide if the other one's skinny, you know. But see how nice it's looking? See how nice it's... Oh, yes, yes! Oh, yes! This is always my favorite part, is seeing, you know, you start off with the sketch and you're wondering, what is this going to look like? Is this going to look good? And then you start to see these lines close and you're like, oh, yes. All I'm doing is a very simple hand down here, nothing fancy. No, I'm not even going to show the other fingers because, well, I guess I could. The other fingers be behind like that. No, nothing fancy with the hand, just something where he's resting his hand on. I'm just going to bring the bottom of the suit where it kind of connects towards the middle. I believe his suit kind of dangles off the sides. No, I'm just doing artistic way. Then see how his little tie thing here. That's about it, everyone. I mean, thanks again for watching. I'm really having a great day drawing. I love to draw when I'm in the mood. I feel it in the little circle. I'm just happy. But notice how the legs are kind of... Notice the dynamic of the legs. See how they're arching that way? Like imagine a force. That just makes his pose more stronger. It's more dynamic. And rather than having his legs say straight down, by having it arch just ever so slightly creates this stance, like this powerful stance he's in. And then like that. And that's about it, everyone. I'm going to shade in. I'll show you how to do the hair real quick. Let's see that. And his boots, if you do want to draw the boots, see where I made the legs? His boots are just like Marceline's. If you check out Marceline's video, they come down. I believe they're like that. And see, just a little simple thing. Something like that. So, just, you can get the hang of that one. And you get that. And ultimately, it's just shaded in. The suit's all black. I'm putting X's for all black. Tie's a little red. And shade back in this area. And the hair is all black. So this is going to blow you away. Check this out, everyone. Oh, yes! Check this out. As soon as you put the black in the hair and in the eyes, it will just be like, blow you away. So his hair is completely solid black. And being that it's a drawing, I want to make it look like a drawing. So I'm going to make it black and I'm going to stick with the lines I made. But if you want to get dark lines like this, someone asked me, buy bristle board. Bristle board, you can get Hobby Lobby online. Bristle board, and it's smooth quality. Make sure you get the smooth. You don't want the rough or the vellum. I think that's pronounced. Oh my gosh. My heart is pumping right now. I'm so excited. Oh, yeah, baby! Look at this hair! Oh. Then for the little tiny eyes, you can make them black. I'm going to make them black, just dark. Little snake eyes. He truly is evil. See how his little eyes are? Then his mouth. I'm just going to go ahead, but thanks for watching, and thanks everyone. Keep on drawing, everyone. Thank you all.